Hi, this is C.H. Barca, my pen name, but I am the author of the two books listed below. The first book is Clay, Formation of a Boy into a Man, a young adult version. And then I do, as you can see on the right-hand part of your screen, have a second edition. These are just two formats that are currently available at Amazon as well as Kindle Direct. These books go through the formation of a boy as he lives his life in a household that has many momentous moments that he must overcome in his journey from becoming a boy into a man. The first book is really designed to share the story and to highlight some of those thriving principles that I used to overcome some of those momentous moments and to really focus on becoming the person that I wanted to become. The second book, which is really built upon the first one, is entitled Surviving a Narcissist. This is a little bit different in that it shares the story of Clay, formation of a boy into a man, but then it has a second element to it called a reflections section that looks at current day literature. And in that current day literature, we have been able to identify that the household that I grew up in was dominated by a narcissist. So how do you survive that element of growing up with a narcissist? So the second part of this book actually deals with that component. What is some of the more modern day literature on what a narcissist is, and looking back, how was I able to survive those various elements? This video shares some of those concepts with you. Two concepts that tended to gravitate for me was one, being kind of a history buff. I was very much impressed by the Spartan way of life, and to me the Spartan represented strength, diligence, and endurance in the face of adversity. I believe that these elements were very helpful in my approach to trying to deal with the momentous moments that I would face. The second was meditations. I believe that in the approach to life's challenges and momentous moments, that one needs to be thoughtful and reflective of what did we do before, did it work, did it not work, and how do we want to approach a new problem or a new situation or a new momentous moment, and how we overcome that. So these were two overriding principles that were used throughout my life. Surviving a Narcissist is a variation of Clay, Formation of a Boy into a Man. The story of a boy who had to overcome several momentous moments. This is a story of a journey that evolves from a dysfunctional family environment into a man he envisioned for himself. This version is an expanded version of the book Clay. This version includes a reflection section that looks back over decades with more current resources to understand the journey and the story that Clay, Formation of a Boy into a Man, really entails, based upon that my existence as a child was a journey of surviving a narcissist. The Thriving Guide concepts. The first is, I truly believe that you must consider yourself to be the master of your own thoughts. It is only through your taking responsibility for your own thoughts and your own actions that you can begin to measure and make sure that you start to lead the life that you want to lead. and not to have the lives that are dictated to you by others. So one of the key components or key principles are really that you are the master of your own thoughts. The second is important. Focus on the elements of your youth that are positive experiences or traits, and try to ignore some negative influences. In my life's journey, I was faced with a medical condition that had an effect of discoloring my teeth, and would give kids an opportunity to focus on that negative element of who I was as a person. And then secondly, having a narcissistic father who really believed in belittling others in order to support the image of himself. These were very powerful influences on me, and one of the things I had to learn during my journey was how do you transition out of those elements and focus and accentuate the positive elements of my childhood. The third is to use your imagination to realize your dreams. I believe that by visualizing and trying to understand that there are other ways to have your life turn out, that you have to use your imagination to begin to understand and dream what those elements are that you would like to be. So live in the present, but make sure that you use your imagination and to understand your dreams to think about where you want to be in the future. Hi, this is C.H. Barker again. I hope you've been able to take away some valuable lessons from some of the elements discussed in this video. The point of this video was to highlight some of the elements that I found useful in growing up during my lifetime. Once again, the 3 books, or the 3 versions of the book that are available: Clay, Formation of a Boy into a Man, Young Adult version. This is in blue cover and has color photos and on glossy white paper. A more reasonable cost alternative is Clay, Formation of a Boy into a Man, the 2nd edition, that has a yellow cover with a element of some pottery being done. And then the 3rd version, which is a more expanded version, is Surviving a Narcissist. This version includes the element of reflection and looking at life through the perspective of hindsight, and looking at the elements of when you have a narcissistic parent that you're trying to grow up under, how does that work, and how do those reflections work, and did I do things that helped me, or did I do things that hurt me? These books are all available on Amazon or on Kindle. Thank you very much for your time and your attention.